I take everything back about I said about it not being as gripping as Mass Effect.
Where are we?
Solas? Please tell me he elaborates.
We were falling. Is this... Are we dead?
No. This is the Fade. The Inquisitor opened a rift. We came through. And survived. I never thought I would ever find myself here physically. Look. The Black City. Almost close enough to touch.
I love him. I absolutely want to know what he has to say.
This must be very exciting for you, Solas. Any advice you have on what exactly is going on would be wonderful.
Cole, how does it feel to be back home?
I can't be here. Not like this. Not like me.
It's all right. We'll make it right.
This place is wrong. I made myself forget when I made myself real. But I know it wasn't like this.
It's not how I remember the Fade either. Perhaps it's because we're here physically, instead of just dreaming. The stories say you walked out of the Fade at Haven. Was it like this?
Yeah, I'm not sure she recalls, honestly.
I don't know. I still can't remember what happened the last time I did this.
Well, whatever happened at Haven, we can't assume we're safe now. That huge demon was right on the other side of that rift Eramond was using, and there could be others.
This is shitty. I'll fight whatever you give me, boss. But nobody said nothing about getting dragged through the ass end of Demon Town.
In our world, the rift the demons came through was nearby. In the main hall. Can we escape the same way?
Honestly, this is phenomenal and fascinating, and I am beside myself in a good way. I haven't replayed this since I finished the other two games and read several books out of the Dragon Age franchise. And being here, specifically with Solas and Cole, oh God, it's so fascinating.
It sounds like our best option. There. Let's go.
Bull's only armed with a spoon. Oh man. God, I'm so excited. Morrigan is a delight. Not that there's anything wrong with Lyanna, I have particular love for Morrigan. Yeah, Bull does not want to be here.
This is fascinating. It is not the area I would have chosen, of course. But to physically walk within the Fade.
Oh yeah, this must be a dream come true for your crazy ass.
Yes, literally.
Do you hear the excitement in his voice? Oh my God, he is so precious.
Solas, you're the expert on this place. Anything helpful?
The Fade is shaped by intent and emotion. Remain focused, and it will lead you where you wish to go. The demon that controls this area is extremely powerful. Some variety of fear, I would guess. I suggest you remain wary of its manipulations, and prepare for what is certain to be a fascinating experience.
Yes. Yes. Firstly, let's save, because we haven't in a hot second. Wow. Yeah, I feel bad about poor Cole. Bull will adjust, right? Bull's like, ah, god damn it. But Cole is genuinely afraid. And it's because this is an area of the Fade that's not great, right? But goddamn, look at it. And there are so many theories as to what the Fade actually is. Oh, they have a pie. The other stuff's not so great. Am I just firing arrows into the nothingness? So, does it work like D&D? Where if you kill a demon or a devil in their plane of existence, they have a permanent death. Whereas if you kill it in the material plane, it just goes back to its own plane of existence. Shadowed Viridian crystal? What is this? We're taking home souvenirs. I'm sure Bull loves that.
We should look around.
We should, baby. Ooh. A plea from the warrior to the spirits. The wolves were our allies. In the old days before Andraste, for the Maker, we knew this to be so. But man grew tired of the chase, the hunt, the truth of fang and steel and blood. Man put seeds in the ground, tended cattle and chickens, and built fences to keep the wolves away. Man bred hounds that would heel and sit and obey, and told himself the hounds were just as good. Now the Darkspawn come again. They break our fences, kill our cattle and chickens, burn our crops. Our dogs cower with tails between their legs, or if they fight, they fall to the poison of Darkspawn blood. We are dying, and I am shamed by my cowardice. The ways of man and hound are not enough. I come to you, spirits of the old forest. I who built fences, I who came with fire and steel to drive you away. I come to you because fear has made my arms weak. I ask you for unforgiving rage to make them strong again. Kill the hound in my heart and grow strong from the meat on its bones. In its place, give me the wolf. Words caught in the bloody ripples of ancient water in the Fade, somehow remembered. I love this game so much. Also, Lilith, you are precious. Thank you so much for wanting to be here and hang out with us for 8 long, lovely months. Okay, before we move on, can I just gush about how much I love this? I love this so much. I love this so much. I love all the detail that's being put into this. I love the fact that Patrick Weeks had to name every single spider in here. They said that that's what they'd done on Twitter. And so I'm really excited to go through and look at all the names that they gave them. The detail. This, ladies, gents, and MBs, is why Dragon Age Inquisition is my favorite game of all time. Fears of the Dreamers. The Pilgrim. I came to the Temple of Sacred Ashes with the faithful, ready to help at the conclave. I prayed to the Maker for peace, but the mountains shook and fell and buried me. Alone in the darkness, my legs crushed, I cried in fear of a world with no Maker, fading in and out of dreams of monsters inside the black. Light, my final hours, Let me go to the Maker without the terrors of darkness confounding me. That's hard. Oh?
Let's take a look.
He sounds slightly reticent, but... Oh yeah, let's wade in the water. A candle. Oh. Present the item to the pilgrim. Oh, a way to light the darkness of his final hours. Or hers, or theirs. Here. May it bring you peace. I love this game so much. I love it so much. I'm so happy right now. It's so cool. Oh, how did I miss this? A hastily written note. A letter by a burning candle. Maker, give me strength. When the Darkspawn came to Denerim, I wept so hard that I could not see. But still, I fought for you. When demons poured from the sky, where the Temple of Sacred Ashes used to stand, my hands shook so badly that I could not aim my bow. But still, I fought for you. When Corypheus and his archdemon destroyed Haven and killed my friends, I screamed until I had no voice. But still, I fought for you. They are sending me to attack Adamant. They say that the fortress is defended by an army of demons, and the odds are grim. We cannot win, but our distraction, our sacrifice, may give the important people the chance to do what is necessary. Ugh. My stomach is knotted, and I see dead friends from old battles reaching out for me every time I close my eyes. I am so afraid, Maker. But still, I will fight for you. Ugh. Dragon Age is so good. Okay, BioWare, I'm gonna need you to make me cry less. But please continue to be this amazing. Damn. Oh, let's go up there. There's so many places to go. Actually, I think that's where we're supposed to go, so I'm gonna explore this lower level more. I love this game so much. I hope you guys at least get a little bit of vicarious how much I enjoy this game. Oh, it's a sloth boy. Ooh. Jealous. Oh, believe me, I'm gonna be saying it a lot more by the time we're done. All right. Walking the Fade. Frozen moments. I once studied the Fade as a scholar, dissecting it as a child might, a rat or a frog. Please don't do that. Child or no, that's not okay. I mean, if you're doing it for science class, that's oof. But just, yeah, let's not do that. I was young and craved the power conquering the Fade could bring. I tried in vain to chart its paths, and when that failed, I attempted to secure them. In my arrogance, I struggled against the Fade's very nature. How does one pin down a dream? How can one control a thought so that it might travel always the same course, from conception to completion? Only when I let go of my desires and humbled myself was the Fade open to me. The spirit came and took it upon themselves to be my guides, my lanterns in the darkness. At their command, the paths grew still, and I could walk them again and again. I was shown vast oceans, containing not water, but memories, drawn from the minds of dreamers. I drifted through frozen moments, like paintings, perfect in each detail. As I explored this impossible realm, the spirits kept darker things at bay. I came to trust them, even love them, and I saw my own love reflected in them. To know the Fade, one cannot seek to master it. The Fade is the master, the teacher. We are merely apprentices. Writings of 𝒸𝒾𝒶 of 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶, known to some as Callistus the Fade-Touched. I love that. And perhaps the chair that he would sit in while writing. I love the bits and pieces of all these different areas, all these different people. An Illuvian.
I don't like it here.
Are you hang back for a second with Bull, okay? Bull will keep you safe while I look at this, you know? I won't touch it like Tamlin, I promise. Maharia would hate this so much. Especially something like that. Because she lost Tamlin to the Blight. Alright, let's head up.
By the Maker. Could that be?
I greet you, Warden. And you, Champion. Divine Justinia.
I'm sure everyone is just sufficiently floored. I mean, look at our sweet, precious Llewellyn's face. God, she's so adorable.
From the little I remember of what happened at Haven, I thought you were dead.
I fear the Divine is indeed dead. It is likely we face a spirit, or a demon.
You think my survival impossible, yet here you stand alive in the Fade yourselves. In truth, proving my existence either way would require time we do not have.
Surely you can understand our concerns and explain what you are.
I am here to help you. You do not remember what happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, Inquisitor.
The real Divine would have no way of knowing that I'd been made Inquisitor.
I know, because I have examined memories like yours, stolen by the demon that serves 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶. It is the nightmare you forget upon waking. It feeds off memories of fear and darkness, growing fat upon the terror. The false calling that terrified the Wardens into making such grave mistakes? Its work.
I would gladly avenge the insult this nightmare dealt my brethren.
You will have your chance, brave Warden. This place of darkness is its lair.
𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 seems to have a lot of demons at his disposal. How does he command so many?
I know not how he commands his army of demons. His power may come from the Blight itself, but the nightmare serves willingly. For 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 has brought much terror to this world. He was one of the Magisters who unleashed the first Blight upon the world, was he not? Every child's cry as the Archdemon circles. Every dwarf's whimper in the deep roads. The nightmare has fed well.
Oh. Oh, crap. I like that.
Can you help us get out of the Fade?
That is why I found you. When you entered the Fade at Heaven, the demon took a part of you. Before you do anything else, you must recover it. These are your memories, Inquisitor.
I don't remember this part. Having to collect memories? I'm hoping they mean so much more now that we've played the other games. We get some sweet, sweet Dalish lore. Maybe she knew some of the other clans that would have interacted with 𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒶 and 𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒶. Okay, so we've got to... Oh, I'm gonna wait and finish killing things. Okay. So let's do this one first.
Run while you can! Warn them!
Okay. So not necessarily snippets from our childhood.
Bring forth the sacrifice.
Okay, so it looks like it's only regarding that specific instance. That's cool. But reasonable.
Why are you doing this? You, of all people!
You of all people?
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone help me! What's going on here?
Yeah.
So, your mark did not come from Andraste. It came from the orb Corypheus used in his ritual.
Corypheus intended to rip open the veil, use the anchor to enter the Fade, and throw open the doors of the Black City. Not for the old gods, but for himself. When you disrupted his plan, the orb bestowed the anchor upon you instead.
I did not remember that the Warden's responsible. I am floored. Oh my god. That is an entirely separate level of corruption and, for lack of a better word, atrocity that we have to confront. Oh my god. That's fucking wild. Okay. She never thought it was Andraste. We're not religious. I don't think she's gonna be dismissive. Because we talked with Solas, I don't know if he talks to you like that if you don't play enough, because it's kind of like a, hey, this is an our people kind of thing. I think this is the most reasonable option.
I never thought Andraste did this. I did this myself, through my actions. No maker required.
And now you may be certain. You cannot escape the lair of the nightmare until you regain all that it took from you. You have recovered some of yourself, but now it knows you are here. You must make haste. I will prepare the way ahead.
Thank you, Divine Justinia.
Something troubles you, Hawk.
Those were Grey Wardens holding the Divine in that vision.
Yep.
Their actions led to her death.
I assumed he had taken their minds, as you have seen him do before. Come, we can argue after we escape this dark place.
Oh, I intend to.
Oh. Dragon
Do
Age.
you believe it was really her? The Divine, I mean.
We have survived in the Fade physically. Perhaps she did as well. Or, if it is a spirit that identifies so strongly with Justinia that it believes it is her, how can we say it is not?
She seems interested in helping us. That much is clear.
That's great and all, but the nightmare is the thing currently scaring the shit out of me.
It's nothing like me. I make people forget to help them. It eats their fears. I don't know if I could do that, but I don't. I don't want to. That's not me.
Peace, Cole. None of us mistake you for the nightmare. It is a fear demon, as I suspected, likely drawing on terrors related to the Blight. Fear is a very old, very strong feeling. It predates love, pride, compassion, every emotion. Save perhaps desire. Be wary. The nightmare will do anything in its power to weaken our resolve.
After what it did to my fellow Wardens, I pray we find some way to strike it down.
Man, this game is so good. I love it so much. Okay, so. Yeah, I think Cole is freaking out a little bit because it's something he fears becoming. He fears becoming a demon. And he's afraid that people look at him like that. I'm glad that Solas is here. Clearly I like him around because I love him very much. But also to serve as a comfort to Cole. I like that we have Stroud here too. He's kind of tanky, upfront boy, helping us out. What is this? May I see that, please, Hawk? Oh, another. A letter written in a shaking hand. Son, by the time you read this, the dark spawn poison will have claimed me. We gave all at Starkhaven, and we bought time for the Wardens to slay the archdemon. But when I smelled the corruption in my wound, I knew I would not live to see you again. Virus will want men to search the battlefield. He sees Starkhaven is rising to greatness, and the weapons of 100 dead Grey Wardens lying unclaimed on the ground will help him conquer the free marches. You must refuse. The battlefield is soaked in poison, and no speech, no bullying, no taunts about cowardice can change that. Anything that roams that battlefield now will die. Stall him however you must, and watch for the crows. Those birds have the good sense to fear the blight. When you see them gather, then you will know that the poison is gone, and it is safe to search the battlefield for trinkets to satisfy Virus. I will not be here to guide you, son. So you must learn from the crows. They watch patiently, and they let their fear keep them alive. Please, I beg you, watch the crows and do the same. Sora. I have noticed that almost all, if not all, of these notes are in some way connected to Darkspawn. Oh, do we have a full-ass rift over here?
We have a visitor. Some silly little girl comes to steal the fear I kindly lifted from her shoulders. You should have thanked me and left your fear where it lay, forgotten. You think that pain will make you stronger. What fool filled your mind with such drivel? The only one who grows stronger from your fears is me. But you are a guest here in my home, so by all means let me return what you have forgotten.
The voice acting is top notch, though.
Guess this nightmare wasn't such hot shit after all.
These are but minor servants of the nightmare.
Just let me have this moment to hope, all right?
Oh, hey, Cal. I hope you're having a good day. Okay, that's what I was following, not the beacon point on the map. Oh. Flowers. All right. Where was that? Yeah, here we go. I'll settle for just picking up the crystal. There we go. There was one right here. The Claws of 𝒂𝒾𝒶. Master unveiled a new altar. It stands higher than a man, like a great statue. The great spikes jut out from its length, hungry for blood. Master calls it the Claw of 𝒂𝒾𝒶, and says that the altar will help bring 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒃 to glory. I praised it, as was expected, and Master smiled. It was good to see him smile again. He has been fearful of late, vexed by the loss of followers. He has met with the other priests, and in secret I have heard them discussing ways to return the people of 𝒂𝒹𝒾 to the waves of the old gods, as is only just. He spoke to me later in the day and asked that I call him 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒃, as it was the name he would take for himself after a ritual. Master, now 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒃, told me that my people, the elves of old, were tied to the Fade. And that in order to carry out the will of 𝒂𝒾𝒃, he would need to call upon the magic that lives in our blood. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒃 told me to gather all of the elven servants and bring them to the western hall of our home at midnight. That is the hall where the Claw of 𝒂𝒾𝒃 is now kept. There are shackles across the top of the great altar, and pools lined with runes beneath the claws. I have sent my wife and children away, but I have not warned the others. A few I might save. If I tried to save us all, we would only be killed in some other way, and others would die in our place. Master once laughed and joked. He could be stern, but he was not a cruel man. The awakening of the temples brought fear into his heart, and that fear has changed him. The cuts upon his arms are deeper and longer where he used his blood magic more often. He speaks to his wife little. He listens only to the voices in his dreams. It is almost midnight. The Claw of 𝒂𝒃, great and spiked and merciless, is all my mind can see. I must gather the others. My family is safe. 𝒂𝒃 will take me, but not those that I love. Words somehow preserved in blood at the statue's base. Okay, now we also have to kill 𝒸𝒹 to avenge all the elves he's taken advantage of. It's now personal. What is this? Fears of the Dreamers. The Freeholder. I watched the blight take my land. I had nowhere to go. I tended the fields as I had, even as my flock died and my family sickened. My body racked by pain and chills, I saw too late the poison that had crept into the land. In my fever dreams, the sickness covered this whole world, and I wept in fear for the family I killed with my foolish pride. Show me that this world survives. Show me that the poison does not take everything. So many people just taken by the blight. Wholly and completely. We need to go that way. We came down that way. Just want to make sure that we got everything that's in this area before we move on. Good. I don't think I've been over here. I did. That's where I grabbed the flowers. Okay. I still love this. Don't get me wrong. It's just, there's so much pain here. And every time I see a broken alluvian, I just think of Tamlin.
There!
Oh, come on, come on. I don't want to get too close. Are these the ones that are all named? Okay, before we head down, let's check out over here. Oof.
What's this?
Excerpt from a journal. They think they own us. Think they decide whether we live or die. They sit there, smug in their armor, ready to cut off our heads for the slightest transgression, as though we don't strive every day to stay sane, to keep the demons away. They can't control us any longer. I won't go back to the circle. Not ever. I thought about it last night, being back in the tower, their eyes on me, and all of it came back. All the years, head down, don't clench your fingers, be a good mage, be a quiet mage. And I realized I don't want to make peace with the Templars. I want them to burn. I want it so badly that the bed caught fire and wouldn't go out until Avena iced it all over. It's still there, inside me. I want them to feel the fear they made me feel. I want them to know what it's like. We're leaving for the Conclave in a few hours. If those bastards so much as blink the wrong way, I'll let them see what an apostate looks like. From the Journal of an Unknown Mage. Oh, honey. Oh, okay, it's still there. It's just the poor mage that combusted. I love
Perhaps I should be afraid, facing the most powerful members of the Inquisition. The 𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒶 will make a lovely host for one of my minions. Or maybe I will ride his body myself.
I'd like to see you try.
Yeah, tell him, Bull. Tell him, Bull. So many alluvians. I'll click on it. Give me just a second. Where do we continue onward from there, though? Ah, we gotta go back. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Let me... Sir? Hold on, I need to get a little bit more distance. Oh, or I need to get... I already got slapped. There we go. Alright.
Are you afraid, Cole? I can help you forget, just like you help other people. We're so very much alike, you and I.
No.
You're not anything alike, sweetheart. Nothing at all. Oh. Arrows, please. Die! The saddest thing about that journal excerpt.
𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒶. Mabanal inasalin. Marsolas ina Mardin.
Bonal nadas.
So, if I remember correctly, that Elvish means, he's calling Solas out on his pride and saying that it will be his downfall. And Solas says, nothing is certain. The Nightmare says, tell me, betrayer, do you look forward to being alone? Their stand here means their destruction, and he says, nothing is inevitable. So, close but not close. And I don't want to go into too many spoilers, but... Oh, man. Oh, this must be dealt with first.
Did you think you mattered, Hawk? Did you think anything you ever did mattered? You couldn't even save your city. How could you expect to strike down a god? Anders is going to die, just like your family, and everyone you ever cared about.
Of course, the fear demon would know where to hurt us most. We must ignore it.
Honestly, the things that they're telling these companions is so insightful into what makes them tick. Oh, also, Anders, my love, I love that he's brought into this. He's made mention of, so he's alive and safe and well, and with Hawk, which is the best place for him to be.
Tiny manifestations spawn from the nightmare itself.
And they take the form of spiders. Something so many fear.
You saw spiders? Spiders would have been a massive improvement from what I saw.
Remember, we walk in the Fade. Demons of fear shape their appearance to unnerve each of us.
Well, now I feel better.
Oh, but I wanted to see what their little names were. Hold on, there was something back here I missed. Excerpt from a journal. I went to Deventer when I was a child. I remember dragon statues everywhere, big ones. I shivered as I walked between them, afraid they were going to bite me or breathe fire. My parents hushed me and told me the Magisters like the dragons as a sign of their power. Dragons are beasts, mindless, terrible. The archdemon that comes with each blight is an offense to the Maker. We know all these things, but the Magisters don't care. And it is the same with the mages. So much danger, so much power in hands not ready for it. And the mages only wish to celebrate themselves. The Magisters are what the mages of Ferelden and Orlais want to be. Our rulers, holding us in terror so that they wonder if they will bite as we walk by them. I joined the Templars to keep such mages under control. I have killed many since the rebellion we all saw coming. Now the Divine wishes us to meet them at the Conclave and give them the chance to make peace. I will go, I will smile, but if the dragon statue looks ready to bite, I will strike first. I'm not a child, and I will not be afraid. So, I see what they're doing. I know they're trying to make this look somewhat equal in scope, but it's absolutely not. You cannot punish somebody for something they have not done yet. You cannot punish someone for biting if they have not bit you. Yes, people can have histories and predispositions. It's not necessarily relevant here. Yes, you should always learn how to master your abilities. But the same thing is like a wayward child with a sword. I don't, and I'm not, going to justify the fact that mages need to be treated like human beings. Because to think anything else is deplorable. But I do want to point out the way that the narrative is just kind of like... There's like, hey, I don't want to be a prisoner anymore. I've lived a life of being a slave. I hate my oppressors. Valid. Justified. And then I'm scared that that dog might bite me. Clearly, mages are not dogs, but we're going to go with the allegory. So I'm going to live a life of dog slavery. I'm going to enslave all dogs to make sure they can never bite anybody, even though these dogs haven't ever bitten anyone. That's a small brain plan, my dude. Oh, the birth of fear. You are too young to worry so, my child. Write your worries down here. All your fears are smaller once you have defined them. Listed in a child's shaky hand. What if Darkspawn come back? Father said one day he'll die. Darkspawn underground. Darkspawn under our house. Darkspawn coming up from basement. The sun will die. Black bits on bread could be blight. Getting sick and dying from blight. Grey Warden's coming to make Father go back. Father dying, fighting Darkspawn. Dark patch on Father's arm that he hides from Mother. Father says he hears music. From a letter lying near a cluster of spider eggs. Oh, we've got the weird Lovecraftian statues still. Yeah, you get up there, Hawk.
The nightmare is closer now. It knows you seek escape. With each moment, it grows stronger.
Oh. we go. I don't know why my autos weren't hitting. It's so strange. See, like, how they're not going? But my, like, abilities will hit. So weird. There we go. They're just not... Yeah, I wasn't kiting well. It's okay. Oh, supply cache right there. Okay, as long as you don't take me... Did we even use anything? Oh, we did. Never mind. Let me go ahead, take one, and have Gold take one. So we could go. I do need to level us up. Fuck. 1 second. Alright.
There is not much time, Inquisitor.
So, can you tell me what you are?
I told you. I am helping you.
Yes, but are you her, or some kind of fade remnant of her? Or a spirit imitating her?
Our world is never that simple. What if the answer is none of those things? Or all of them? I am what the Maker made me. The question is, are you what the Maker made you, Inquisitor?
Yeah, she doesn't believe in the Maker. She believes in the Dalish gods.
I don't see a Maker anywhere. Do you?
In fact, I see him all around us. But is he real? Is his will made manifest? Of this, none can be certain.
Odd thing for the Divine to say.
If we have no doubt, our faith has no value.
You still haven't answered my question. What are you?
I am what you see. All other answers rest in you.
Tell me why you're here. Why take part in this?
After heaven, I hid here. I watched quietly, learned what I could, and searched for some way to help. And then you came.
I don't know what that means.
𝒸𝒹 and the Nightmare do an injustice to the world. You must stop them. Perhaps you were meant to stop them. Perhaps that is why I am here.
You must know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
As must you. The answer lies in your memories, lost to the Nightmare when you last walked the Fade.
Or you could just tell me.
Would you trust my words? Trust what you have seen.
I'd like to know more about the Nightmare.
It is not simply fear. It is the terror you cannot remember, the horror your mind erases to protect you. When old memories no longer make the veteran soldier's hand tremble, it is because the Nightmare has taken them. Most people avoid their fears. It is simple for the demon to steal the darkest fragments. They forget, and it feeds. 𝒸𝒹 has helped it grow monstrous.
It makes people forget the worst parts of their fears. It almost sounds like the Nightmare is helping people.
Perhaps it was, once. But now, it helps none but 𝒸𝒹. By his hand, it creates more fear and grows even stronger. In any case, robbing people of their fears is never a kindness. At best, it is a mistake born of compassion. Without fear, and pain, and failure, we cannot learn. We cannot grow, as you cannot grow until you recover all that was taken from you.
What can you tell me about this mark on my hand?
You already know how the mark came to be upon your hand. As for what it is the needle that pulls the thread, as well as the key.
I don't understand.
It is the needle that passes through the veil. as little else can. You are the thread, and it is the key that locks or unlocks the door to the Fade. It lets you walk in the Fade physically and survive. Without it, 𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒶 must find another way to the Black City. It is part of you now, and cannot be removed without your death.
So, all of this is just a dream? Part of the Fade?
It is not just a dream. The minds of mankind are made real here. Their hopes, their loves, and their fears. What changes their world also changes this one. And yours are footsteps that move mountains in both. Tread carefully, Inquisitor. This ground is more treacherous than you know.
We should keep moving.
I feel like we've not helped very many. Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, so we've recovered memories. No, I want to look at the list. Here we go, here we go. Because we were supposed to, like, help all these dreamers. I feel like we've been really thorough, but... I feel like we only did, like... Yeah, because we gave the flowers and the candle. I think there were, like, 5 of those? I don't think we've missed any. A note left by a burning candle. Lunette. The breach is sealed, and the war between the Templars and the mages is finally over. All our fear and terror is finally ending as order returns to this world. I wish you could see the people celebrating at Haven. It is everything you would have wanted when you left for the Conclave. I will make your sacrifice a worthy one. What we do here with this fledgling Inquisition will shape all of Thedas. I will make you proud. Your flame will burn forever as a beacon of hope. Something is happening. The ground is shaking, and the soldiers are running to the gates. Rest well at the Maker's side, my daughter. I will sing your memory again soon. Love, Eloine. Okay, so it looks like we might be taking certain things in stages.
Go!
Okay, so we're remembering that other piece of the Fade where she helped us escape.
The demons!
Back in Haven. That's how I escaped.
The demons! Keep running! Ah! Go!
It was you. They thought it was Andraste sending me from the Fade, but it was the Divine behind me. And then you... She died.
Yes.
So this creature is simply a spirit.
I think we all knew that was the case, Warden.
I am sorry if I disappoint you.
Are you a memory of the Divine? A reflection?
If that is the story you wish to tell, it is not a bad one.
What we do know is that the mortal Divine perished at the temple, thanks to the Grey Wardens.
As I said, the Grey Wardens responsible for that crime were under the control of 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶. We can discuss this further once we return to Adamant.
Yes, Adamant, where the Inquisition faces an army of demons raised by the Wardens.
How dare you judge us? You 𝒂𝒾𝒶 apart and started the Mage Rebellion!
To protect innocent mages, not madmen drunk on blood magic. Even without the influence of 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶, the Wardens go too far. They need to be checked.
Agreed. The Wardens may once have served a greater good, but they are far too dangerous now.
The blood sings softly, it never stops, and then it's all they hear. We can't let them hurt more people.
Don't know that we can pass judgment on the only folks who know how to stop blights.
Wow. I mean, everybody has a good point to a degree, right? It's nice in giving us a rounded look at the different perspectives in play. But I tend to agree with Hawk and Solas, unsurprisingly, and Cole. Not because it's Solas, but one of the reasons I love Solas is we have very similar takes on the world. Like, don't get me wrong, they all have a point. Bull's got a point. I think what it means more is that, well, okay, so Bull's dialogue is still up. We can pass judgment on people who know to stop blights. Because if they were, like, legitimately mass murdering people, and we're like, hey, we can't say anything or do anything about them, because, you know, they're the only people who know to stop blights. We can see how that logic doesn't really hold up. So despite the fact that they're the only people capable of stopping blights, they absolutely do have to be checked. They absolutely do still have to conform to some sort of accountability for their actions. Can't just wantonly run around and do whatever you want. They fucked around and they're about to find out. I think Solas has a quote at some point in the series about the fact that all organizations corrupt in time. And god damn it if it's not the fucking truth.
The Wardens carry out a vital duty, but they also go too far. They need to be controlled.
Inquisitor!
The nightmare has found us.
Form up!
I'm with you.
I believe in you. You can do it, Dragon Age. Well, I'm sad because they didn't really give us enough time to look at their little names.
Come. Real or not, the Divine is the key to escaping from the Fade.
Dang it. No, I definitely don't think... I would never be a proponent of somebody controlling the mages like the Templars control the mages or the Chantry controls the mages. It's not mages as a group that spawns my need for them to be treated like people. It's because they're people. That's why they need to be treated like people. Nobody else needs to be treated like that either. Nobody needs to be enslaved. Slavery is bad. Fears of the Dreamers. Okay, good. It shows it up there then. Oh, so we have 2 more after this one. The Grey Warden. I joined the Wardens to serve in glory. No blade could touch me, nor any claw pierce my armor. Still, I was fated by joining to die. Alone in the deep roads, the calling in my mind. I sat by the last campfire I would see, allowing myself one last night of terror, and cursed the fate that brought me here. Let it be my choice to have served and died. Let it be nobility rather than the dread hand of fate. Destroy my destiny, and let this be my decision. Ugh. All of it's hard, right? So let's scour the area. We definitely got our supplies already. So what item would we be looking for? A letter? No, this is different. Letter in a child's simple writing. The door is open. Mother said to run. She said the Darkspawn were coming. She wanted me to go. The door is open. It was closed when I left. She said she would be right behind me. She said not to come back, no matter what. The lamps are lit all over the village, even during the day, to see through the smoke. Mother should be here by now, but the door is open. I'm going to look inside. So much of this is how horrific the Darkspawn is. Okay, so Campfire Warden is right here. We're gonna need to find them. Oh, something.
Warden Stroud, how must it feel to devote your whole life to the Wardens only to watch them fall? Or worse, to know that you were responsible for their destruction? When the next blight comes, will they curse your name?
With the Maker's blessing, we will end this wretched beast.
Alright. Ooh, that's a big boy. I would like to find this, though. Where is it going? What about over here? Shit. A tarot card, yeah? So what card are we giving them? I really don't like those little dudes. Those are unpleasant. There we go. Okay, so let's give Campfire Man his tarot card. Your destiny's in your own hands. Oh, these have carcasses. Oh, they were demonic deep stalkers? Alright. Oh, Tamlin. Why did you touch it? Can you imagine how different Mahario's life would be if Tamlin just hadn't have touched that alluvian? Whispers, written in red lyrium. We are here. We have waited. We have slept. We are sundered. We are crippled. We are polluted. We endure. We wait. We have found the dreams again. We will awaken.
Do you think you can fight me? I am your every fear come to life. I am the veiled hand of 𝒂𝒶𝓁 himself. The demon army you fear, I command it. They are bound all through me.
Ah, so if we banish you, we banish the demons. Thank you. Every fear come to life.
Get him, Divine Justinia. Nice job. So we definitely have more dreamers to do. Let me save. We only have a few minutes left, so I wanted to chat a hot second. I love this part so much, but god damn if it's not heartbreaking. All these poor people. I love that it's giving some insight into so many different things, really. Like, it's really fleshing out how bad the blight is. And that might be in an attempt to get us to sympathize with the wardens more, right? Like, wow, these blights are pretty bad. We might want to keep these guys around because at least they can handle it. But a positive is Morrigan is still out and about. She knows about the blight and potentially how to end it. Honestly, when I say end the wardens, it's to disband the organization, right? They're not gonna like put every warden to the stake or something terrible like that. That's really not reasonable. They're just going to be maybe, well, definitely disbanded, and maybe that knowledge will be spread. I mean, it seems reasonable that in the future a band like that might form up again, like some sort of specialized militia, but at this point it's gotten a little too big for its britches. Honestly, that seems like the failing of like every organized group. They've all gotten too big for their britches. The Chantry, the Templars, the Grey Wardens, the Seekers, all too big for their britches. They're corrupt more often, not the Grey Wardens so much, but the other groups are definitely, they play oppressor roles to greater or lesser degrees in the same system, really, having to do with mages. Yep, the inevitable corruption of power and authority. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, I think is the common phrase, common parlance. But, it's wild. I mean, clearly there are other organized groups of people who aren't necessarily... Well, the difference is these groups have power and are abusing it. We've got other groups who are powerful in their right, but they don't have power as like a governmental or political structure like the mages or the Dalish. It's just wild. It is definitely, this game in so many ways is a treatise on why power is bad and organizations are corrupt. It's kind of a trip, which is not something that I picked up on when I played the game the first time. I do think the Warden's secret should be shared, and well, because I play Morrigan, I feel like she would. It's pointless. It's stupid, honestly, not to. We don't want people to not fight the blights. We just don't want an organization made to fight blights to have this much power. The ability to, like, I know the conscription and stuff was a mechanic used in the first game and whatnot, but that clearly has not been used for good recently. It's a power that needs to be checked. And like we just experienced with Cass, Some organizations don't need to be rebuilt. They serve their purpose at one point in time, and if they're needed in a specific capacity again, we can do that. But just hanging out with this bunch of power, that's what leads to corruption. One of the many things that can lead to corruption, right? So, man. And I love that we had that bit of Cass's dialogue today, because it puts such a different light on this. It adds to the light that we're already seeing it in, I guess I should say. Wow. All right. With that lesson taken to heart, for me at least, I love this part so much.
Thanks for watching. For more content, you can check out these videos, or my stream on Twitch, or cosplay on Instagram, or my OnlyFans. All the links are in the description. Have a great rest of your day.